Hey, it's MK, and I am here with a mixed media mayhem layout for you guys today. And this is our recipe that we were going to be using along with Baby Got Scraps, or I am going to be. I don't have a mouse in my pocket. So the recipe calls for stamps, and I picked out these really old stamps from close to my heart, and I'm just sharing with you guys the numbers in case you want to look them up and see if you can find them on like eBay or Etsy or those secondhand places like that, because all of these are old. Now here I share with you guys the sticker number, and then I quickly remember that this is not the sticker number, or this is not the stamp set, because this is when I started to divide and conquer all of my stamps. And so basically all of my travel words ended up on one carrier sheet, and I picked it out for this packing list stamp. So that was the only reason why I picked out that stamp set. I'm going to stamp everything in distressed ink in chipped sapphire. And for my water or my wet media, I just picked my black soot distress spray, and I'm going to splatter it. I kind of cheated on that one. And for my torn paper, I'm actually going to use a paper that's already been torn in a previous layout. So from one of my monthly boxes, I have these 49 and Market tickets. I also included in this kit a couple of these floral pieces that I cut apart from a kawaii paper pack. I think I did this on a video back in May I Scrap Lift You. And then these are the pieces that I did not end up using. I felt like they matched my papers pretty well, even though they bring in a couple extra colors. I have from Some Assemblage Required these wood pieces. I think it's called All Packed Up. And then I also have these ticketed pieces or postage stamp pieces from Let's Go. A little icon set, my last little vehicle set, and last but not least, this biplane adventure title that I absolutely love. So all of those wood pieces came from Some Assemblage Required, because it is my product focus for the month that I want to use them up. I have a branding strip from my Christmas paper from 49 and Market. This Tim Holtz paper, now it is not a scrap, it comes in this way. But I really think I'm going to use it for the ledger. The Echo Park fishies, but you're not going to tell that they're fishies because of, those are so cute. I love those submarines, but you're not going to tell that they're fishies because I'm just using it for a solid color. I think this is My Mind's Eye. I cannot remember, but I think that's what that was for the wood grain. And then I have this simple vintage coastal paper from Simple Stories, all water, and I'm not going to be documenting water. I'm actually going to be documenting these two photos of my girlfriend and I's back section of the car when we pack to go on retreats. Now, my girlfriend and I usually travel together when we are going to a retreat. If we're going to the same retreat, sometimes I go without her, sad, but when we do, we pack up our cars because either way, either she has to come to me or I have to go to her. But we pack up our cars, take pictures of the back, and we see who has the most room or who has the most stuff to see which car we're going to be taking. So she likes to take her car because she lives on the way going out of town. And so it would go double back for her if she had to drive to my house. And then when we got back, we'd have to go past her house all the way back to my house, unload her just so she could go back. So we try to make it to where it's, we take her car. But for this one, I had to take my car because I was taking a lot of extra stuff, because actually in the back of my car, I have the cruise elements that Janet and I were working on for the cruise we're getting ready to go to in less than 30 days. Oh my gosh, saying it out loud, it's crazy. But yes, that is one of the, one of the things is I had to take a ton of extra stuff because Janet and I were working on cruise elements. So we had to take my car, at once. It was the only time. She just enjoys driving and taking her car. So, and I don't mind. All right, so for my stamping, I chose to stamp a background on this wood grain paper. I thought it would be different and look pretty cool, and it was definitely a go for it kind of thing. So when I do random stamping, I start with my biggest stamp, my largest stamp that I want to use, and I stamp it 3 to 4 times on a page. And I also make sure that I stamp off the page to make it look like it's a cohesive printed element that came on my piece of paper. So then I just work my way through all of the stamps, stamping randomly. And then when you stamp random, don't forget to turn and flip your stamp set. Now, this one, I didn't realize that I had the fun going in 3 different directions. I thought I only had it going into 2 different directions, but in the end, I can't even read the words fun anyways. So I am okay with the fact that, they're not going in all the directions, and I don't know why I was worried about it. But every other stamp that I end up using, because I thought I stamped the ticket, the fun tag, all the same, I end up stamping everything else in the same direction because I thought that that's what I was doing. But I'm working through all of the stamps. I've already put them on all the blocks. That way I knew exactly what it was that I was going to use right at the beginning, because sometimes the stamping process takes so long that you forget what stamps you intended to use, or in my case, I might change my mind. And not necessarily a bad thing, but then in the end, when I remember what I actually wanted to use, I it's kind of saddening. Like, oh shoot, I really wanted to use that. But yeah, it does end up working more streamlined for me if I have all my stamps laid out on blocks and ready to go, because then I can see all the different sizes. If I end up forgetting a stamp and then I don't have any room for it because it was a medium stamp and I'm already on my smalls, that sort of thing. So I just want to make sure that I have room for everything. Now I'm leaving a gap over there on the left and a little upright. I left that little gap because I thought that's where my photos were going to go. And so I was trying to imagine how this was going to go with, with my pictures. And then in the end, I was like, oh, I have no idea where I'm going to put my pictures. I don't even know how big they are. So I started just stamping and using in my little words. I love this little word here that says, let's go, let's go, let's go, because that's how my girlfriend and I are every time it gets to be like the day or two before the retreat, because I have to wait until my kids get on the bus before I can leave the house. And sometimes, well, especially last year, my daughter, 2 years ago, my daughter was still in elementary school and her bus didn't leave until almost 8:15. And that's awfully late to be getting on the road for us, especially when everybody that lives out in Spring Creek is heading over the mountain to go to their job in Elko. And so it's almost like a micro traffic jam compared to the larger cities. And so we're very grateful that my youngest is now in junior high, so we can actually, all the kids get on the bus at the exact same time at 7 o'clock. Well, it's actually like 8:50 in the morning, and I can book it over to her house. We can unpack, and we're out on the road, by 7:15. It is awesome. I love it. But that's how we usually are texting, is let's go. Is it time to go yet? Come on. So I'm glad I had that stamp. And the thing is that I really like the fact that I took all my travel words and put them on one carrier sheet, because then I was able to see that I had that stamp, even though I think it came from a Stampin' Up! Stamp set. To be honest, I'm not really sure. I know the packing list one was close to my heart. I don't remember the actual name of the stamp set, because I don't have that set up yet. I haven't had a free time to tackle my stamps yet. I started the project and then have just kind of been ignoring it. No time whatsoever. I need another retreat so I can go and get more work done. Does that make sense? Isn't that crazy? I actually do a lot of like my photo organization. I put my photos in albums. I will do lots of stuff that I don't normally do on a retreat that I've been doing lately on a retreat. It's weird. All right, so I cut about 3 inches, a little bit more of this torn striped paper. That way I can complete a 12 by 12 piece of paper for my base piece. And that's pretty much my, my whole background and using up my scraps. Now I don't end up bringing back my striped piece of paper just because I didn't know where else to put it. My photos are rather large. My embellishments are a little on the large side as well. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of room left on this layout. I'm tucking in this Christmas branding strip right in between. I didn't even realize that Christmas cheer was even on this branding strip until after I was tucking it in. But I was like, if I didn't notice it until now, nobody else is going to notice it. And I also don't know where I'm going to be placing all of my elements just yet. So I might cover it up. Who knows? I might not even be able to see that branding strip at all, depending on how I have my photos placed. I have no idea. So I am using the red fishy paper to mount my photos. This is why I wasn't too worried about the fact that they had little fishies. I do like the fact that I have a little bit of this paper left, so maybe I can cut out a submarine or two because those were super cute, but I don't know. I'm hoping if I remember on the 31st, I will share with you guys what I have left over, and normally my leftovers will go into my pile for the next retreat, for the give-take table on the next retreat, and that's what I normally do with my leftover scraps. But these ones, I'm not really sure. I might end up just rolling them over into February's Follow a Sketch February with State Goddess here on YouTube. So Sandy's she does her every February thing, and I think I've been doing it with her for 3 years now, 4 years. I don't remember. I don't remember when I started, to be honest, but it's been super fun joining her and, seeing what sketches she picks out compared to the sketches that we do in March with the 30 days. So it's going to be 2 months of sketches, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to do every day because I will be gone for quite a while in February for the cruise. So I am not sure if I will have my act together by then. Who knows? All right, so I wanted to make sure that the main wood pieces that I wanted on this layout. Now, even though we're not walking through an airport or anything, we still have luggage and we still have our cars packed. So I felt like these people with their luggage is very, I forgot the word. But I feel like they work really well with what I'm trying to say, even though my title is just the word adventure. And I've got all sorts of I've got a car, a train, a plane, a biplane. I've got all sorts of stuff that just represent travel, even though we are, packing up cars. That's what we're doing. And I have an abundance of like travel, but I don't fly anymore now that I don't have a real job. Like I used to travel all the time. I used to have lots and lots of excuses to use all of my airplane icons and things like that. And now it's been, 3 years now. 2024 is the start of a third year, I believe. Nope, start of the fourth year. Yep. So this is my fourth year that I don't have a real job. But I used to travel a lot with my company that I used to work with. And so I had a huge travel stash because I loved documenting all of my travels. So anyways, I'm going to have to, with these cruises coming up, I'll have more reasons to document my travels, but I definitely, I'm definitely just, throwing things on a page. If I can cover up the airplane, I'll cover up the airplane. If I can't cover it up, it still represents traveling. So once I figured out where I was going to put all the flowers, and they are basically just my base layers for my clusters, I needed something, and I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted until I came across these little flowers. I thought, oh, they were absolutely perfect. They do kind of match the gray tones and the brown tones that are in both the wood grain and the striped Simple Stories paper. And then I scattered more of my wood veneer postcards and whatnot throughout the layout to match my gray tickets that I had, because we save all of our receipts. Technically, I am still working at this retreat, so I do write it off as a business expense. So we do end up saving all of the receipts and whatnot. So I felt like that was really pertained to what we do as well. So even though it doesn't make any sense to me, I felt like everything I added to the layout makes sense to me, even though it doesn't make sense. I do love all of the little people and their luggage. Those are my favorite. I just love those. All right, you guys. So don't forget to check out the 2 links down below that I have for Mixed Media Mayhem. One is for the Facebook group in case you haven't joined us over on Facebook. And the other one is a link to the album for today's recipe. And then you can go and see everybody else's take on this recipe, how they used their stamps, their torn paper, and their wet media. So go check those out. And then also down below, I have everyone that is joining in with Baby Got Scraps. Everyone that's having fun and using up their scraps to start fresh for the new year. All right, you guys, thank you so much. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.